We got all that?
Okay.
Okay, I thought we should mainly work on what we started, is that start with each step and go through the right details of it.
Yeah.
Try to get technique better. Just pick more steps and just, since we sort of got the box.
So we did the closed and the
Yeah,
open box.
Right, and just do a few more steps. And even the twinkle, I'm sure I do it wrong. So let's just do that, and then Linda wanted to do a refresher on the Viennese waltz. The slow motion thing where you gotta go like this. And
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, there's a,
Right, we just did that once, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Let's save that for the end if we have time.
Okay,
So,
Okay.
So we did open and close box. I don't know if we should just review that once and then do twice. Whenever I say that, I end up reviewing for half the lesson. We don't have it right yet.
in a perfect life, you do it once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, we did practice, right, a little bit.
A little bit.
Monday
Yeah?
night. Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to the class on Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'll see you guys there
Yeah,
this
big
Monday. Yeah,
For 2 months, we're gonna have you.
I know, right? And Mike,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Mike's coming this time, so.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was just working on it with him yesterday.
Oh, okay. Is Dave jealous?
Totally. Yeah, he's doing one of the classes on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And then, so Mike's got 3 classes with me and Dave only has one, so I know,
picking
out of
favorites.
balance.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense for 2 of them to drive all the way to
Yeah, right,
Vista, you
yeah.
know? Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's just practice the open and close box just a couple times.
Yeah.
See if we can get it. So,
Right, so, and we did a little bit more with the hold, right? We got that hold better? Yeah.
Is that good?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Am I good?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So we talked about closing, making sure the feet close all the way together if we're doing the closed box, right? Yeah, nice. Yeah, and then
I'll
Bill,
hold my breath.
And I don't know, I was probably maybe weighing you down, but I felt like the frame going slowly down.
And then the other thing is that when you're doing that left box, when I go to the side, do you see how if I put the foot out
Yeah.
first, it creates that shape?
Yeah,
So,
right.
and it really does make it easier to balance. It's aesthetically makes it look nice, but
That was.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was trying to do, but I was kind of doing delayed action. I think it was going like this and then.
Right. So it's as you're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
over
You
to the
have to
side.
kind of gradually do it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yes. And I'm looking at your feet in the mirror because I can see it that way easier, where that heel on the second step
Yeah.
never drops down,
Uh-huh.
right? So if you're going forward, it's your right foot, the heel never drops down, and then when you're going this way, left foot, heel never drops down. So that keeps this side higher, and then this side higher. So the right and then the left higher, yeah. Uh-huh. See, and as you're doing that now, to me, your balance looks better, because that's one of the reasons we do that, is to help balance you. If you're, if you're just like level or tipped in the direction that you're moving, you're gonna continually fall over in that,
So
yeah.
let's try the open box.
Well, let's do that again the right way.
With the shape, with the sway. There you go.
Shuffle it a little closer together.
Yes, I was just gonna say that again too, yeah.
Okay, that feels right.
Because I think the more advanced that you get, the closer you get until you are in full body contact, yeah. Slow, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Is she exaggerating it too much? Because I feel like she gets those 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I only did it once. I don't know.
Okay, we'll give her another chance.
I
We'll give her another
didn't
chance.
do it all the first time, so.
Yeah, and you want to just make sure that and we talked about it before, that you're not doing it with your head,
Yeah, I was
yes.
just trying to put my foot out.
Okay.
That's all I did, I thought.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know, and that looks nice. And what you did really nice that time is when you brought your feet together, I could actually hear you kind of keeping pressure on the floor, which also, instead of lifting your feet up, keeping that contact helps to balance you.
Yeah, I really thought about bringing my feet together
Yes.
and putting this foot out first.
Yeah,
And I
that was
did
better,
not
right?
think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't, were you?
No, you.
We gave you a second chance,
Yeah,
huh?
it's- when we started out, I thought you were really gonna give me this thing here.
Yeah, and that's what, when we first did it last time, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to do it from here,
Yeah.
when it happens way down here, but it's
Yeah.
easier to do everything
Yeah.
this way, yeah. But doesn't produce the
Okay,
results.
let's try the open one now.
Boy, we got all these patterns going on here, I got
Yeah.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1.
See, I'm going together, you don't actually go together, you should go.
Right,
Instead of crossing, I'm going
Yeah.
back together, so I'm kind of doing
Yeah.
the regular thing in an open pattern.
right, right. But you know, as far as putting the foot out first too, and that shape,
Yeah.
you see, so I still have
Yeah.
that second step on the ball of the foot only, so that it gives that shape and to help you balance.
So let me try this
Huh? Better,
Sort of
yeah,
like that.
yeah. You used the ball of the foot on the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
step,
Okay,
yes,
really.
that was definitely much better.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Uh-huh. Up,
Oh,
yeah,
we just
he just doing one, I got, yeah. Because, you know, because that starts in
Yeah.
this diagonal and ends in this
Yeah,
diagonal,
right.
you're doing a quarter turn
Yeah,
less.
Right.
So it doesn't really actually, so if I ended up here and did another one, I would end
Yeah.
up over
Yeah.
here. So it doesn't,
So maybe from that do a twinkle. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
so a lot of people, because it's just easier to do those over and over,
Yeah.
but then you can't maintain your dance position,
Right.
and you start
Yeah.
doing things
Yeah.
incorrectly to make it turn more than
Yeah.
it's really
Okay,
able
so
to.
we're gonna do one, the twinkle, and then another one.
Okay.
That's why in Viennese Waltz, they do that cross to get around that extra bit.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I wasn't thinking.
Twinkle.
I did the right there.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I guess I'm not going that way.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. So, and let's do this. So if you started here like you did, and you did your open left turn, and then you ended up here, so your twinkle would go this way. And now, really, to do the end of the twinkle, the continuity ending, I would run out of space.
Yeah, right.
So the open natural would be something I could do at the end of the twinkle instead, right? So let me just do the whole thing again. And we are again limited for space, but 2, 3, 1. So if I did the twinkle from here, 1, 2, 3, and then I come around the lady, then I could go around easily in this
Okay.
corner, right?
Okay.
So you can kind of see which things fit.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
I lost my balance.
Uh-huh. And you know what? Interesting, that the one you did right before this, you did a really good job of keeping your head turning to the left. And I didn't mention it, but so as you're turning to the left, you can see how my head is staying over the left shoulder the whole time. It's easy to do this, and it starts to throw your balance off because you're more weighted on this side. And this is the side that should be up. So that's another reason you want to keep. So as I'm coming through here, okay. And you did it really good the time before, and I was going to mention it, but you can see what happened when you didn't do it. You lost your balance. 1, 2, yes, that's a nice one. There you go. Twinkle, come around her. Oh, yeah, now you actually did have room to do the twinkle and the continuity ending because you started further back in this corner. Yeah, but the other option would be this. And you did the open left turn really nicely. Here, the twinkle, open right turn to come around.
Okay. Got it.
And just because for this small space, keeping the head to the left, nice. But now come back because you did this time you did. So the time before, I felt like your feet, do you see how my feet kind of keep swinging through? Now this last time I felt like you did this. Right, you see how it's a,
Yeah.
and I don't know what made the difference from the time before that. Or maybe you were thinking about your head and your feet. Move out of your right. 1, 2, there you go. Ah, much better. Nice. Uh-huh.
Forgot about 2 minutes. Because I was looking to the corner and I said, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be the problem here. So if you were quite as far back into that side and I started about here, then I can use this side of the floor more. So I came around here, this way. And then, I could easily do that same thing again. It's like the best corner step, right? Yeah.
I'm clumping, I'm forgetting to,
Collect.
I had to collect
Yeah.
at some point, but I don't think I ever did.
Yeah, so see how I use more of that floor? So you guys, because you started way over here, you were just using one end of the floor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then you could do the left turn again. Nice. Good. So that was really good maneuvering around the floor that time, right?
I keep holding my breath. I don't know why. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah, that was really nice.
It's getting better.
Mhm.
Okay, so.
Another step that I'm not sure if I ever did this one with you that I think is a really nice one. Let me just see one thing here. Yeah, so the grapevine and waltz. So if I just went right into it, I'm going to step outside partner. It just goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just closing my feet at the end because it's a bronze figure. But what I like about it is that it moves across the floor sideways, right? So if I'm facing this way, if I normally you have to do a twinkle, right? But if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I did an open left turn, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I would just stay out here. And I mean, I could make that more silver by, and maybe that might be a little bit better for you because you were on me to do that continuity ending. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Ooh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Got your toe there. So let's do that one more time.
I'm like, thought we were gonna go to
You're doing
there.
something different. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I could do that step if I start us over here. I'm going to just do the grapevine like 2 times in a row. So you're going to step with this foot. 1, 2, 3. And I'm instead of closing, I'm leaving it open. 1, 2, 3. So we could keep going.
We usually do grapevine and foxtrot, we don't need to do
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, and if you notice that in the foxtrot, we're doing multiple,
Yeah.
right? This time I'm really, because of the waltz timing, I'm just going 1, 2, 3, cross, and cross. So I'm opening up the ending and making it more silver for you. So it would be like this if we just went right into it. So let's see let's just say, let's do an open left turn first for you the first time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. Okay, so now your outside partner, you're going to stay on the outside. So you're going to step 1, 2, 3, cross, and cross. And if we had more space, you could go into it again, right? Yeah, so that's another good thing because you're facing into that diagonal, right, from the open left turn. And sometimes, instead of doing a twinkle every time from that angle, it's another nice move that you can do.
I always use the twinkle, so whenever I don't know what to do, I do a twinkle.
Yeah, well, you and everybody else do, right? That's the.
Okay, so should we just do the?
So do 1 open left turn and then 1 grapevine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here's the grapevine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now from there you could do a twinkle if you wanted. 1, 2, 3, right? Or you could have done another grapevine, but it stays in that same alignment. It's kind of like the foxtrot zigzag. Do you remember that? It kind of feels like that. Or because it is called a grapevine, but you're not doing like a continuous grapevine action. Yeah. And that's because of the 3 beats instead of the 4 beats in foxtrot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the big difference between the 2 of those, right? So if I did the open left turn, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I did a twinkle, I would step towards her on the first step. Second step would go between her feet, right? But if I did a grapevine, I'm going to stay on the outside of her feet on the second step. And even on the first step. So if I was doing a twinkle, I'd be trying to kind of move back in line with her. But if I'm doing the grapevine, I'm going to stay on the outside, then continue to stay on the outside, then lead her to the outside, and then back to the outside. So it pretty much stays in that outside partner position. But if I was going to do a twinkle from that same point, where I did 1, 2 from the open left turn, I'm on the outside. My next step, I go in line and then in between her feet for the twinkle. So I move back into position or stay on the outside position. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stay on the outside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, and then you could do an open left turn. And what's interesting about those 2 patterns there is that if I'm going to do the grapevine or the twinkle, I don't do anything different to her. That's just where I take my step. So I'm on the outside of her foot. Do I step in front of my own foot to move back in line? Or do I stay an outside partner? I don't have to twist her or turn her or do anything different to her. I just take my step in one of those directions to start which pattern I'm going to do. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that, but we'll do a twinkle and then that step, or vice versa, right? Because you can do one after the other, it doesn't really matter.
If you did a twinkle?
Yeah, twinkle,
Yeah.
and then the Greek flag.
Yeah, so if we did a twinkle from here, just for sake of room, so if I did a twinkle to here, and then I stayed on the outside for the great flag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah?
Just to get the feeling of the difference.
Yes, yeah. So if you did a twinkle first, 1, 2, 3, outside, stay on the outside, whoop.
Well, I should have did it sooner.
Yeah, well, and so after you do the twinkle, actually, let me do it once so you can see. So I'm going to do the twinkle, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you did that.
Oh, you got to do the kind of the ending.
Yeah.
See, that's why I
You finish the full twinkle, then I stay out here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? So you finish all 6 steps of the twinkle, the continuity ending,
Okay.
and then start the
That's
grapevine.
right. I didn't do the kind of- so.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stay out there. 2, 3, 1. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it keeps that same flow without
Yeah.
having to change
Right,
the
right,
same
right.
alignment to the floor.
Good.
Yeah.
What's activity? Is there, okay, so is there an other name for that? Because I feel like we did that, something like that with Marsha, but she calls everything a different name.
Like a hover.
Yeah, well.
Twinkle, she calls a
Yeah,
hover.
Twinkle and hover.
Mhm.
Except she talks about it a little differently. She says you rise and you kind of fall down. She really emphasized that rising and falling.
On the twinkle
Yeah,
or hover.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole other aspect that we're just not referencing right now. We're just
Yeah.
talking about like
Okay.
directional and that.
Okay, but you're supposed to do that rise and fall and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because the second step is on, so continuously, just like we did on the open left turn,
Yeah,
the second step, or even the closed box, is on the ball of the foot only.
yeah.
So if you're going from a heel step to ball of the foot, you're always going to be doing rise. So when I do the twinkle, I'm going heel, and actually if I say the whole thing is heel, toe, so this foot, I'll kind of roll through the foot onto the toe, heel, toe, toe, brush, toe, heel. Yeah.
She also stresses keeping your partner kind of behind you.
Yeah, because you're going from closed position to promenade position, right? And when you're in promenade, the lady's profile is back behind you, right? So just like if I'm standing here, she's on this side, we have our whole
Right.
sides. So if we just look to go this way, we're still on our own sides, right? Instead of being like pushing her
Right.
out in the lead position, which a lot of times the men do that. They do everything to the lady in the beginning instead of how they position themselves. So if I just did it all about leading you see how I shoved her with my arms over really into the lead spot, like, right? Where if I don't do much with my arms and move myself in position, you see how now my profile is in front of yours.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that my twinkle is really sloppy compared to what we just went over, and I'm not doing most of that stuff, so.
Well,
Yeah, so we didn't come back and talk about
Yeah.
twinkle actually yet,
Yeah,
right?
'cause I think I took it for granted I do, but it's a real loosey-goosey sloppy step the way I do it, you know.
Yeah, and it tends to be
Yeah,
more
little-
through the
little
arms.
and it's kind of.
so
Yeah,
that's-
of just kind of steering
Yeah,
the lady
so
around.
Let's kind of work
Yeah.
on the twinkle and,
Yeah, so the twinkle is going from a closed position
uh,
to a promenade position, right? And then back to outside partner position. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that wasn't too bad because I felt like again, but it is if you watch, kind of it's easiest to see this, right? So so once I get this in position here, ideally in a perfect world, I don't
yeah.
extend it out or pull it in,
Yeah.
right? So I'm trying to keep it like right here, right out of my side vision. So if I'm in closed position like I am now, it's easy to, do you see how push to turn you out? but if I keep it right here, again, I'm, right? So instead of using the arm to turn, I actually have to, if I have both hands here, I'm actually rotating everything, like both hands an equal amount, instead of,
Pushing your hand out, yeah. Okay.
and again, that what I'm trying to do all the time is keeping my spine halfway in between both elbows. So if I'm like this, spine is closer to this elbow, further away from the, and that's usually what happens. This happens, right?
Yeah, I do that a lot, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when the men keep that nice, that's when we say, oh, the frame feels so good, right? It's easy to follow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And actually, you know what? You did a really good job on the 1, 2, 3. Then watch this. 1, 2, 3. You see how it came over?
Yeah.
So you did it. You held on to it right here, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So you want to watch on when you step forward on the 1 with your right foot. That this. Do you see how instead of right? And you can see how that'll now affect my balance too, right? As opposed to that. One, now right here, 1, 2, 3. And when you, and if I do it with you one time from the twinkle, and we're going to stop on 3. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out a little bit this way. And relax the shoulder. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now, so you're standing on your left foot. So make sure your head is balanced over your left foot, and you're looking right over the joined hands, right? And now, as we step forward here, I'm just going to do this for a second. If we hold your elbows apart, but relax the shoulders. And as we step forward with your right foot, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And so on that 1, you didn't move it, right?
Yeah, right.
So we were here. If we do we were here like this. You're standing on your left foot. And as you step forward, 1, 1. And then keep your vision over here so it doesn't keep turning to the left at this point. 2, 3. And now rotate a little bit more towards me with just the hips. So that your foot and toe, turn your toe a little bit more. Yeah. So we're pretty close here at this point. Then you collect your foot in. If you wanted to do the grapevine, you would stay in that outside partner and keep moving from that same direction. And then we kind of ran out of space there. But let me do that grapevine. I don't know if I actually did that one. Did I do it with you? Maybe I did it one. So let's say we're just going to go into the grapevine now. 1, 2, 3. And then as you back up here, make sure you stay on this side and you're not bringing me over there. So you go 1, 2, 3. Nice. Do you want to do, let's go ahead and do the twinkle, and then we'll do the grapevine afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the grapevine. So when at the end of the twinkle, so when I said what, so you don't want to turn to the left anymore. So when you do the twinkle here, and so when you take this step here, you're kind of turning a little bit this way. I exaggerated it.
Yeah.
You see how, so if I want to stay looking at the camera to here, do you feel a difference of where I am there and where I am here? So I'm going to go pretty much straight towards the camera on that ending. So twinkle to here. And then on this step, we want to make sure that, that we're not like pushing this hand. I'm going to keep it right here. And do you see how I'm kind of keeping myself towards you instead of turning away from you? And then this next time, I'll go ahead and do the grapevine at the end too. So we have 1, 2, 3. And now right here, watch that you don't pull it that way. Yeah. So you help me hold it right here. 1, 2, 3. And then the grapevine, 1, 2, 3. And then do you see how right here, I'm clearly on this side. I want to make sure that I'm not over here on this side and that I stay on that side of you, okay? On my left, your right. Because it's easy on the grapevine. If I just go into the grapevine now, so you're going to step back with your right foot, it's easy to go and send you over there. Do you see how I did that? So now, yeah. So on the grapevine, I'm really not doing a lot to you. So you're going to go back with your right foot. I'm just continuing to move and let you fill in the space. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. And then stop right here and turn yourself. That's it.
So
and
I
now
should be facing
your outside partner, right? That's it. 1, 2, 3. Yes. But how far you turn outside, right? If you turn way out here, then we're going to lose position. Yeah.
We doing the grapevine or?
So we did the twinkle, and then we just kind of stopped in between to check the position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did kind of, I didn't keep my frame right.
Yeah, but that was better, actually, than you were doing before. But it's just that now you have an awareness of it, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. Nice. Then the grapevine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Try it one more time.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Somehow we got kind of pulled.
I thought something was wrong there, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that you turned a little bit too much to, remember I kind of checked you from rotating too much to outside partner?
There was something overturning or something.
And then you could easily follow this with another twinkle. And then if you followed it with another twinkle, then maybe you would do an open right turn at the end, right? Because that would be a nice sequence. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, so you had one more step forward, Elliot. Yeah. You started into the grapevine turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1.
I wasn't going to.
You did an open left turn.
I got toward the end of the room and then I got sidetracked.
So you did the twinkle, open left turn instead of twinkle, grapevine.
Right.
You followed him though.
Yeah, I just want to see if you're paying attention.
Yeah, right. She passed. 1, 2, 3, 1, grapevine, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then you could do a twinkle, 1, or an open left box. There you go. Yeah. But I just wanted you to see how to get in and out of that grapevine. Yeah. But it's kind of nice because it moves down the floor at an angle, and it still continues to move down the floor, but it gives you something other than a twinkle to do when you're facing that diagonal wall position. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So what should we do next?
Do you want to do a little bit of the Viennese waltz one you were talking about?
Okay.
Or you want something else?
fine. So,
So you were talking about the one where you
Yeah.
did the hesitation side by side?
let's see if we can sort of remember it.
Okay.
So, I think you go,
1, 2.
no, wait a minute. How, yeah, you kind of go together like this, right? And then you gotta go.
Why don't we try to just do the little Viennese waltz?
Did we do that from the crossbody lead and the underarm turn? Now I'm forgetting how we got into it, because we either did either just right, no, I think we did it from the, now that I do that, I think we did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to here.
That's probably right, yeah. And then,
Actually, let me do that one more time. So in order to, so a little bit, we probably must have done this in the other room. In order to continue down the floor, when I turn you, I have to make sure that we're facing down the line because there's 2 different turns on this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here. Then this here. So just 1 step, 1 step, 1 step.
oh, yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
I think so.
That part of it is, but I don't remember getting into all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was a real simple entry into the step.
So maybe we did it as just a half a box. Just 1, 2, 3 into
I
it.
think that's more like what we did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, because I don't
Okay.
remember all that other tutorial
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. All right.
1, 2, 3, and then.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the first half of the box step, and when I do this, I just have to make sure that I turn it so that on my right side, the man's right side, is the line of dance, right? So if I'm facing this way, I would turn the half a box to here. Then I'm going to drop this hand down and go to here. Then to here and to here. And I think, did we do, I'm not sure which ending I gave you, a hesitation?
You did the 8 count.
Okay, so let me see.
Yeah, the 8 count, you some,
So let's do, I didn't write, I should write that down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Oh, did I do the one where we also did the close too? Oh. Did I do the underarm turns at the end?
I'm almost sure it was an 8 count and you just kind of came together.
Gosh, when we did this a while back, and I
Well, just remember doing it, and then we never really practiced it. We thought we were going to do it, we did.
because there's so many different variations, I might have kind of made a little bit easier one. And I think I might have done this, and then the turn at the end, and then the turn. Do you remember doing 2 turns? No? Okay, it wasn't that one.
Doesn't matter, we can have
Really
the
matter.
exact same
Because
thing.
we can't remember.
Yeah, we can't remember, no one will.
Okay, so let me give you the easiest version then. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Something like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Yeah, so, and, you know, if we're doing forward side together, forward side together, open. Forward side together, 1 step with your right foot, leave your left foot behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? So, 1, 2, 3, 1. And do you see how I'm holding your hand? So I'm telling you, this would tell you to keep going. I'm trying to stop it here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then at the end of your turn, if you're looking down, right? So you're looking down, you can't see where I'm standing. right, to know where to end up, right?
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then look over here. There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, see if I can remember that.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then one more side. So let me do it with you one time. So over here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Do you see keeping this here? 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay.
One more time. Now, you guys took your foot to the side, which you can too. I kind of left mine back. So if we did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. See, so I left mine back, but you can actually do this too. It's maybe a little bit easier to stop her here, and then just do this one again here, right? And then once you're on this position, all you have to do is shift her to this foot,
okay, you don't cross.
then the underarm turn and hesitation.
Okay.
And then you see how, and we're back to this position and we're ready to go into the next move.
So we're gonna leave our feet behind or bring them front? You think
It takes a
we're-
little bit more control to leave them behind. A little easier to go ahead and
Okay,
take
that's-
that one to the side when you're facing each other. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2. Now, do it one more time, because when you're stepping forward with your right foot, you do need to leave the left one behind. When you're stepping forward with the left foot, you can come up here. So 1, 2, 3, because you actually took it one extra step. Let me do it with you one more time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Whoop,
Oh, am I
right
on the
there.
wrong foot?
Yeah, So yeah, you took one extra step there. So you're only taking one step. 1, 2, 3, 1 step. Now here, we're only going to take one step, but we're going to tap on 1, 2, 3. So you have to make sure that you just don't put weight on it if you bring it up here, or leave it behind, right? So if we're bringing it up, we have to make sure that we're not putting weight on it. And then to here, and then bring it up with no weight. And then when you want to come out of it, you just send her onto that foot, and then underarm turn.
So that goes side and then bring back? and then that-
So you can do either break back, 2, 3, and then a hesitation, or you can do hesitation, hesitation,
Okay.
either way,
Okay.
right? Because it takes the same amount of time. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Yeah? So I don't know if that's the same version, because there's so many ways you can do it.
Close enough.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3.
So I have a question. When we go, okay, so let's just do that thing again where the first time we leave the foot back.
Yeah, go ahead and start it
Yeah.
from the top. I think that'll.
Because then when if my foot is out, instead of back here, if it's out here, I took another step.
Yeah, so at the very end of it, whoops, sorry, I stabbed you there. Your foot was out here,
Yeah.
and then he does lead you onto that right before the turn.
But just
Right.
before that, when we, let's say we do the
From
one
the, let me
step.
do it from the beginning with you then. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3.
Right here.
Mhm. You're going to take one step,
I do take a step,
leave that
okay.
foot behind.
Yeah, so I still do things, because I thought. I took
One
a
step. And then when I want to
But-
come out, I need to get you over here, then lead the turn, and then come out.
So I'm on this right foot, but go to the next.
You're going to
Step
go
forward.
here.
No, step forward to the left.
Just put weight on that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
leave it there, but just put weight on it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. One, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Uh-huh. And then, you know, once you did that underarm turn at the end, so you were here and you did the underarm turn, 7, 2, 3, 8, you can just, you know, go back into whatever your Viennese pattern is, where you do the cross, remember? Yeah.
I think I did.
Because you want to cross in front, though. I think you
Oh,
cross
cross in
behind.
back.
You know why? Because we were doing the open left turns, which
Yeah.
crosses back. And this
Just
one
within my
crosses
head.
in forward, because that's what allows you to get that extra rotation in.
Oh, we should
Yeah, let's review those
do the
across
whole
the
thing,
basic
yeah.
thing.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Up. So right there would be where you cross in front. And then the first half, you want to make sure you go back, side, close. Bring your feet together. Because if you keep moving, it's harder for him to get around you. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, close, cross, up. So you didn't do the cross. So again, when you come, let me just do that with you slowly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do the Viennese basics. So you're going to go back, side together, back, side together as I cross. Then you go forward, side, cross. Yes.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's that crossing in front. 1, 2, 3, 1, cross in front. Uh-huh.
Do I just do just like a Canada in the end?
No, on this one you close.
Oh, okay.
Because if you do that, then it's hard for
Yeah.
your partner to get through.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what.
Yeah.
I was doing.
This one you
It's
don't.
been so long since we did
Yeah.
this, I
Yeah.
can't remember. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, there you go. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
all right.
Yeah, yeah. So the grapevine was the new one in Waltz. I'm gonna write that down, and then
Take notes on this.
I have my notebook today.